you come out on top. Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Checking the pulse of Husker Nation. And ladies and gentlemen, just remember, mindset is everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got an awesome guest on today. I'm excited. Now, before I bring him on, all right, he helped Omaha West Side to one of their most dominant seasons in Nebraska high school history. And he's just the 6th player in state history to earn all Nebraska honors for 3 straight years. Now, the Warriors went 13-0 and outscored their opponents 643-46. All right, defensively, he had 43 tackles, 6 interceptions, 19 PBUs, 7 tackles for loss his senior year. And offensively, he caught 45 passes for 602 yards, 7 TDs, and had over 500 return yards on special teams. He was also the captain of the All-Nebraska team and Super State squad. Mr. Caleb Benning, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm trying not to freeze to death, but other than that, life is good. And one more thing.
Right there with you.
Yeah, man. And one more thing for the fine folks at home. If you're excited to see what Caleb Benning and this entire class can do during their time here at the University of Nebraska for the football program, hit that like button, smash the like button. All right, Caleb, here's my first question. You're listed as a defensive back, okay? What excites you the most about playing in Tony White's 3-3-5 defense?
Just the freedom to make plays. I know Coach White and the rest of the defensive staff will do a great job of putting me in position to make plays, but that's really what the DBs do. You saw this year, a lot of man coverage, a lot of free-flowing plays, and just making plays on the ball in the passing game and in the run game.
Which coach had the biggest impact during your recruitment time?
That's tough. Probably a 1A, 1B, Coach Rule and Coach Cooper. I may give it to Coach Rule, the slight nod, just because he's obviously the head coach and kind of runs everything, but definitely those two.
What sticks out the most to you about head coach Matt Rule?
Just, he's very personable. The first time I met him, I could tell he was a guy I was going to like. He doesn't fake. There's no BS. He's a great guy, a man of his word, and he has his best intentions for you.
Does it mean a little bit more for you to be staying home and playing for the Big Red during your time in college?
Oh, for sure. Just, following in my dad's footsteps, trying to create my own legacy, representing my friends and family. I take great pride in that.
Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but for those who may not, Caleb's dad is Damon Benning, a former Orange Bowl MVP, one of the best in the biz when it comes to talking Husker football, Husker athletics. What role, if any, did your dad play in the recruitment/decision-making period for you?
He was really there to just guide me along. Obviously, he's been through it. It's obviously a little different now. Not to call him old or anything, but it's a little different. But he knows college football. He knows kind of the business, the dirty work, what people really mean and what they say. So just going on visits, taking it all in, and then I would share his thoughts. He would share mine, and we ultimately decided Nebraska was the best fit.
Well, hey, don't feel bad about calling your dad old. My kids do it all the time. It's just something with the dad you learn to deal with, so it's all good. Now, I watched part of his interview on Doc Talk. All right, if you guys missed that, go check out Rob Zadiska, Travis Justice. They interviewed Damon Benning, and he said that he did not try to push you towards Nebraska at all. So I'm curious, is that true, or was there a little bit of nudge? How'd that actually go, Caleb?
No, that was 100% true. Just with the old staff, not to take a shot at them, but it wasn't really something I was super interested in. Seeing guys like Xavier Watts go elsewhere and have plenty of success, I didn't really feel like Nebraska was like a place I had to go. I thought taking visits to other schools was really cool. So just starting off there, this new coaching staff was kind of behind the ball, I would say. So they did a great job of catching up, and my dad did a great job of letting me make my own decision.
Now, when it comes to kind of creating your own legacy, like you mentioned earlier, you know, what is that like for you? Is that something that you embrace and you think is fun? Is that something that's a little bit challenging? And I'll be honest with you, I got an 8th grade son of my own, and, you know, I try to figure out how best to help him. And so I'm kind of trying to learn from this situation so I can maybe help my own son, or maybe just get the hell out of the way and let him do his thing. But I mean, how's that process? Like, how's that been for you so far and going forward?
He makes nothing of it. He, like you said, he gets out the way and he lets me be me. I think it's important to develop in sports and as a person, my own identity and what I want to be known for. And it comes from other people, obviously. I used to be called Little Benning, but that kind of went away. I made sure that my name is Caleb, not Little Benning. But,
yeah.
You know, him staying out the way, him being there when I need him, though. He's done a great job of that, and really just letting me make my own decisions.
All right, now Nebraska currently, and they may not add anybody else, okay, but Nebraska currently has 29 signees to this class, 8 from Nebraska. How many of the kids from Nebraska, current signees, do you already know and you're kind of familiar with?
Oh, a lot of them. Obviously, I played against a bunch of them my whole high school career, but we have a group chat. We talk constantly every day. We're all coming into the same situation, new team, new surroundings, all freshmen. So really building that bond as Coach Rule's really first full class that he got to recruit throughout the off season and in season. We think this group can be pretty special. So just growing together.
Out of the guys that are coming in this year's class, who has the most outgoing personality?
I'd probably say Davon Hall. He creates a little bit of laughter in the group chat. Doesn't make it awkward at all. Gets everybody comfortable, and everybody kind of feeds off him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, as you know, this show is sponsored by DPS Concrete Construction. They're a phenomenal partner. I'm proud to be partnered with them. All right, if you are a diesel mechanic, a CDL driver, concrete finisher, looking for work in the Omaha metro area, DPS Construction is the employer for you. If you're looking for a great boss, that's Jason Armstrong. If you're looking for someone to do great work, that's Jason Armstrong's crew, DPS Construction. Check them out at dpsconstruction.net. Now, as everyone knows, Nebraska's and the team has already moved into the locker room. They're already able to use some of the training room facilities and things of that nature. The weight room is still in construction right now. But the new facilities, how attractive do you think that is to potential football players and the recruits that Nebraska is going to try to bring to Lincoln in the future?
Oh, very. Just to myself, a lot of great useful objects. You got like different whirlpools, hot tubs, stuff like I've never even seen before. I didn't even know really existed. But just to stay up to par with some of the big programs, I think we have the best facilities in the nation.
All right, man. Strength and conditioning plays a big role in player development. Rule and his staff are huge on developing players. How much value do you put on the weight room as you head to Lincoln?
Oh, a ton. Playing for Coach Lamanji at Omaha West Side, that's where we lived. That's where our pregame meetings were because that's where we stayed the most and spent the most time together. And just looking forward to continuing that at Nebraska, growing as a football player, getting stronger, faster, more athletic, the whole nine. So definitely looking forward to that.
Will you be arriving on campus in January or this summer?
This summer. I'm playing basketball this year.
Okay, very cool. How's basketball season going?
Good. We just beat a Illinois team by 20 today, so it was a pretty good one.
Do you dunk in games?
No, not in games and warm-ups.
So I was the only kid on my high school team. We weren't very good. The only kid on my high school team that could dunk, and we were playing like the number one team in the state. So my coach is like, Adam, you got to, and I couldn't do fancy dunks or anything. He's like, but you got to go out there and just make the rim rattle and try to send a message to these guys. I ended up getting a technical before the game ever started, but my coach loved it. He thought it was great. It didn't work. We lost by 20, but at least we started off with a bang. All right, man. Last question I got for you. So this is a top 20 recruiting class that's coming in with you right now. Okay, you got 2 Elite 11 quarterbacks. Personally, and I talked about this when I broke down the class, I think there's some diamonds in the rough. Think of like a Jalen Lloyd from a year ago who was kind of overlooked but has shown that he's clearly got a bright future. What's this 2024 class, your class? What do you think this class is capable of over the next 3 to 4 to 5 years?
First of all, I think we're definitely capable of putting Nebraska back on the map. Being a Nebraska fan, it's been a down couple of years, gone through a couple of different head coaches, different teams, and struggling to make a bowl game. So definitely get the bowl game out of the way. But looking down towards my junior, senior year, I think we can compete with anybody, especially with the playoff expanding to 12 teams. I think that's definitely the end goal. But with this class and this team, just working every day, taking it day by day.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. I got some questions for the fine folks at home. As always, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your answers to this. Number one, do you agree with Caleb? What do you think this 2024 class is capable of? Number two, do you get extra excited about, in-state legacy players kind of like Caleb? Does it just mean a little bit more to them? And number three, if you want to just show Caleb some love in the comments below, just simply say GBR Caleb and show him some love. Also, you can always check out CarrikerChronicles.com. That's CarrikerChronicles.com. It's where all your football hopes and dreams will come true. It's just science, ladies and gentlemen. All right, until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red, and always remember,
throw the bones.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 million bracket challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's Cheese Spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's Cheese Spread today at your local grocery store.
It's phishing season. Bad actors are trolling your business emails, luring you and your employees to take the bait and steal your private information. Make sure your cybersecurity keeps your business from being the catch of the day. At Hamilton, cybersecurity is our business. We are experts at keeping your network and business information secure and off the hook. Contact Hamilton for a vulnerability assessment today. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. Navigating the legal system can be stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. Liberty Law Group is here to do the heavy lifting for you. We believe in treating every client with respect and understanding. When you're in need of legal assistance, trust Liberty Law Group to fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of freezing rain this morning, otherwise fog, increasing fog. Today we'll see a high around 34. Tonight, a chance of freezing rain, otherwise fog, increasing fog expected with a low around 31. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and more freezing rain, more fog too. We'll see a high around 35. Meteorologist Kyle Carriker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Checking the pulse of Husker Nation, brought to you by DPS Concrete Construction. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special guest with me today. He played football at Lincoln East High School, is one of the top recruits in the country coming out of high school. He played in 11 games last fall for the Big Red with 6 starts, including an electrifying 44-yard touchdown grab versus Northwestern. Now, it's Malachi Coleman. Before I bring him on real quick, for those who don't know, okay, most people do, but for those who don't, Malachi donates 100% of his NIL money to kids in foster care, and all of the proceeds that Malachi receives from his book, Fly Like Kai, will be donated to charity and kids in the foster care as well. And I want to talk football, I want to talk about the book, and I want to talk about all of that. But first, let's bring on Malachi Coleman. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Dude, life is good. It's like a heat wave outside. It's a full, 12 degrees today as we're recording this. So, man, life's good. Hey, real quick.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. Let's talk a little football. Then I want to talk about the book and how people can contribute, donate, and help in the cause. But first, man, how was your first season at Nebraska? Okay. The season for the team, as we all know, is a bit up and down. You got to love what Matt Rule's done so far this off season, but you got to play in a lot of games. You got to start 6. How was your first season of college football for you?
I absolutely loved it. Did it suck at times, absolutely, but I mean, that's part of the development. And just looking back and seeing my progress and where I started in the beginning of the season and seeing where I ended, I'm like years ahead of where I thought I would be. Especially with just getting on the playing time with the unprecedented injuries that happened and just being able to contribute to my team. Like, it meant a lot, not just to me, but to my teammates as well. And I love that they can depend on me.
Did you have what some folks like to call a welcome to college football moment? Like for me, it was in practice. A lovely offensive lineman named Nate Coulterman hit me well after the whistle had blown, drove me way out of bounds, smiled, had a few choice words for me. He was a senior. I was a freshman. He jogged back to the huddle. And I was like, oh, this is for frickin' real. Okay, that was my moment. Did you have a moment like that? And if so, what was it?
I would honestly say my first one came in the game. Probably the hardest shit that I had to do was I had to block a Michigan. I had to crack first offensive play, a Michigan State linebacker, number 27. I don't really know his name, but he had no gloves on, no nothing. Like he was just straight up there. And my first job was just to go crack him. I hit him with absolutely everything I have. That man barely moved. I'm like, yeah, about a 40-pound weight difference right there. That boy just barely moved. I'm like, yeah, this is for real. Everybody out here like that.
All right, man. So what's the biggest thing you learned from year one that you'll take with you as you go into your second year of college?
Everything's the mentality. The way you do everything is the way you the practice. It translates to games. The way you do school is the way it translates to practice. Like everything correlates with each other. And if you slack in one department, it ain't gonna help you on anything else. So I'd say just learning the process and sticking with it just helped me translate everything to the field, and I'm gonna keep doing that.
Dude, that's I love that answer. I'm actually going to backtrack for a second. I love that your welcome to college football moment was a block, because most receivers would say some sort of catch or going against a certain DB. I think that just shows the mentality of blocking and physicality that Coach Rule, Coach McGuire are trying to instill in the wide receivers at Nebraska, and I think that's awesome. So speaking of wide receivers, Coach Garrett McGuire, okay, as most people know, he spent some time in the NFL. He was the youngest coach in the NFL at the time, which is kind of cool. Now he's your position coach at Nebraska. What's he like as a coach?
He's intense, but it's intense love, and he wants nothing more than for you to succeed. Yeah, it takes a little bit for you to see that sometimes, especially coming in as a freshman. I never coached like that before. But now that I'm where I'm at right now, I wouldn't want to be coached by anyone else or like any other way. Because he makes you spend extra time. He makes you go back when you do stuff wrong. He makes you get 10,000 catches. Otherwise, he's not even going to take you to fall camp. He has these high expectations of you, but he just knows what you're capable of, and he believes in you. And there's no other receiver coach in the nation that believes in anybody as much as he believes in us, and I absolutely love that.
So we're early on in the offseason so far, but what's been Matt Rule's message to the team so far this offseason?
The work starts now. I mean, that's basically been it. Everybody still got that taste in their mouth from Iowa, but it's that what's next mentality. What are you going to do to get 3 points better? We lost 4 or 5 games by 3 points. So what are you going to do to make those 3 points turn to 7 points where it's the opposite way, where we're winning? So what are you going to do to make sure that we're on top? That's what it's coming down to.
All right, man, we got 3 quarterbacks in that quarterback room right now. Dylan Raiola, Heinrich Harburg, Daniel Kalen. Okay. What are your thoughts on these guys in the quarterback room, and what do you look forward to when it comes to playing with these 3 guys?
I love how each and every single one of them is competitive, and they bring a unique skill set to the table. And I'm very interested to see how the spring's going to play out, because I think it's going to be fun watching them battle it out.
All right, man. So you were here last year for winter conditioning. Okay, there's a winter conditioning that's going to be going on here. All right, for those at home who don't know what winter conditioning is about, or a freshman who's enrolling early this year to do winter conditioning, what can they anticipate or what can they expect from winter conditioning with Coach Corey Campbell?
It's going to be the hardest workouts of your life. There's going to be no excuse that you don't walk out of there better than you walked in, because those workouts are meant to make you better. The way that you're getting fed by nutrition is meant to make you better. Everything is just, it sucks, but it's going to make you better. And it also toughens your mindset, just because you get through every single workout and it's like, okay, I did that. Now I can do this. And now I can just keep building on top of it. And that's what I feel like I keep doing with the workouts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, this show is brought to you by DPS Concrete Construction. If you're a general contractor, building owner, or property manager looking for concrete repair or work done in the Omaha metro area, such as street paving, building floors, and parking lots, check out dpsconstruction.net. All right, Malachi, I know it's very early on, and this is a bit of a fun question, so to speak. But in your opinion, what is this 2024 Nebraska football team capable of next season?
I think it's going to come down to how we execute, because we have all the talent in the world and we execute. I think y'all going to be very happy with how we're going to play.
All right, last question, football related, and then we're going to get to the book and things of that nature. Now, it's a younger wide receiver room, very talented, very young. You guys got to play a lot last season. There's been a couple of transfer portal additions this offseason from Wake Forest, Jamal Banks in Texas, Isaiah Nair. What are your thoughts on these veteran receivers as they will be joining your wide receiver room this year?
It only ups the competition, but it also gives me somebody to kind of be learning from, or kind of having be my mentor, because I have similar body types to him. Jamal is 6'3", 215. Isaiah, he's 6'4", 220. Like, these are big body types, so I'm going to grow into. I want to see how they use their body to do the stuff so I can learn from them, but I also want to compete with them, because, I mean, I ain't just going to sit back and just be like, oh, they're older than me. They got experience. Like, I'm going to go compete. I'm going to make sure that if they get their job over me, that it's because they're legit better.
All right, man. So let's talk about your book, Fly Like Kai. All right, so everything that you receive from this book is going to be donated to the foster care system. Tom Osborne has signed 100 of these books. He also wrote the foreword. And of the 100 books that he signed, 50% will be going to teammates and 50% will be going to foster kids as well. Talk to me about the inspiration behind the book and also where people can find it.
So, honestly, it started with the author of the book reaching out to me. He showed me some of the work that he's done with a couple other athletes. And I absolutely love the idea, because I wanted to connect with specifically kids a little bit more, so they can look up to somebody in a different type of perspective. I love to read a lot as a kid. My mom got me into it, even though it was a bit of a struggle to get me into it. But
yeah,
I just want these kids to have something that they can just keep and just be like, look at this person. If he could do it, I can do it. And I want to be just like him. Like, I want to be a role model for as many kids as I can, and just reaching them in any way type of possible way I can. Like, I'm going to do it.
So I mentioned in a text with you before the show that my mom was actually adopted. So the foster care system adoption hits very close to home with me as well. Now, this is a 9 years ago, actually, today, and I'm not sure when we're going to release this interview. We want to do a great job with the post edit and everything like that sometime in the next week. But as of today that we're recording this interview, 9 years ago today, okay, was the day that Miranda and Craig Coleman adopted you and your sister Nevaeh. So I thought that was just kind of cool. But I heard a little bit of a story, and I want to see how much validity there is to it, because what I was told is that when your family found out that Coach Osborne was going to write the foreword for the book, it was just kind of like a shocking moment. of almost inadvertent like silence. Like it was just like a dead silence because I think your parents in particular were so surprised and so excited they were almost shocked into silence. How true is what has been relayed to me? Is that actually how it happened?
I mean, yeah, they were definitely shocked. My mom cried a little bit. I see Coach Osborne outside of practice. I'm like, this is just the man that oversees us, and like, he's an amazing dude. But like, they don't get to interact with him like I do. They just watch this man coach them in the '90s and bring them to glory what we call today still. So for them to be emotional like that and to be able to have a person like that to be involved with us is just awesome.
All right, so there's also a book that on the ping pong page is signed by Coach Matt Rule. Now, I found this book online, and I couldn't help but notice that it's for sale for a penny. So I spoke to the man who wrote the book. He's like, well, Adam, I'm not technologically savvy. Really, we're going to auction it off because I was going to make a joke about Rule's book being sold for a penny, but it's really going to go for auction. But here's my question. How good is Matt Rule at ping pong really? How good is he really?
It's such an odd thing to be good at, but he is stupid good at it. Yeah, he'll go through anybody on the team. There's like maybe one or two people that can actually compete with him. Timmy, like Kicker, was one of them. He was really good. But yeah, he's legit.
All right, man. I'm not half bad. I'll have to challenge him someday. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Matt Rule is stupid good at ping pong, and I love that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to post a link to the book, all right, in the comments below this interview on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, okay, and it's going to link directly back to what the Colemans are doing to the Fly Like Kai book. I'm also going to put it on the website or email list. Okay, and everybody get out and support this book. Buy it, okay? Buy it for a kid you know. Buy it for a birthday present. If you're a kid, you should be asking for it. Like, it's a great book. It supports a great cause. And until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red. And always remember to throw the ball.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's cheese spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's cheese spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's cheese spread today at your local grocery store.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
It's Pro Time Nebraska. The Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, is playing in the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match on January 24th against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Be a part of history and visit supernovas.com to secure your single match tickets today.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Bagels and Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels and Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up.
Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better. Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
You're listening to Adam Carriker on The Ticket on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Adam Carriker on The Ticket. All right. So if you haven't paid attention, and I'm going to be joined by Rico here in a second. All right. Caitlin Clark, Iowa basketball. Okay. They were upset yesterday on the road, okay, and the fans stormed the court, all right? And as Caitlin was leaving the court, a fan ran into her, okay? So just for those who may not know, Iowa, number 2 in the country, 18-3, doing pretty good, played for the national title last year. Caitlin Clark, reigning player of the year, on her phenomenal career, phenomenal player, on her way to probably breaking all sorts of records, including the all-time scoring record for women's college basketball. They were upset on the road by number 18 Ohio State, who was 16-3, pretty good in their own right, yesterday, and the fans stormed the court. Okay, now the video that I've seen and the video angles that I've seen at first, I was paying attention. I didn't watch the game. I'm not going to break down the game. Beyond the final score, no idea what happened in the actual game itself. But as Caitlin's leaving the court, a fan runs, and the first headline I saw was Caitlin Clark smashed by a fan. The particular account I saw, it's what it said, and that's all I saw. And I was like, oh crap, fan straight up ran into her. Okay, and I went back to watching the NFL, and then I saw a few more angles throughout the day. Okay, I'd get on Twitter, and honestly, I'm kind of intrigued by what people have to say about Goff and Baker Mayfield and what's going on with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and all this and that. And then I keep seeing these other angles, and I finally stopped to watch one. I was like, all right, what is this? So I watch it, and I didn't read the headline. I didn't see the comments. It was a different angle, and I was like, oh wow, it looks to me like Caitlin shoved her, flopped on the ground, and then I don't know whether she was actually hurt or not, but pretended to be hurt, was hurt to the degree she made it look like. I don't know. And so that's basically what I said on Twitter. And I'm going to bring on Rico here in a second. We're going to get his assessment. I have no idea what his is. Here was my exact tweet. And then I went back to watching NFL football. Okay. Caitlin Clark hit the fan, then flopped, then acted hurt. That's it. That's a post. So that's what I put. And then like the next picture is I put out a picture of Jason Kelsey shirtless, screaming at the top of his lungs, because I want to see more of that. And all due respect to Taylor Swift, I'd rather see more of that. I find that more entertaining than constant shots up to Taylor Swift at this point, who obviously is one of the best, if not the best in the world at what she does. So all due respect. Just from an entertainment point of view, for me, that's what I would prefer. I find him incredibly entertaining. If you ever listen to Travis or Jason's podcast, they're entertaining, not just phenomenal football players as well. All right, Rico, are you there, Rico?
Hello.
All right, man. First of all, my assessment. Am I right, wrong, or just 100% spot on? What do you think?
You, sir, are not wrong. I believe that you're right. I agree with you wholeheartedly. It looked as if Caitlin Clark is heralded for her court vision, then it might come into question after that play. Look, storming the court is fun. It's a college thing. It's something that you see when big upsets happen. I hope that this incident doesn't take that away. There have been other incidents with court storming that are more egregious, and you can see like a fan did something or went up to a player or whatever. This one, the girl was late storming the court. First off, the party had been going on. She was late getting there. She's running onto the floor. She tries to avoid, if you watch it slow it down, she tries to avoid Caitlin, but she's in the stands. She's not as athletic as Caitlin Clark is, so she goes to avoid her. Caitlin runs into her, trucks her, shoves the fan to the ground. Caitlin does a spin move, takes 2 more steps, and then falls to the ground. And to me, like you said, it was a flop. She throws her head back. Her head never got touched. It was like a flop, like she was still in the game. But it's just kind of funny watching it, because I don't know about you, but for how athletic and how much she puts her body through, how taxing, basketball is, I don't see her getting hurt very badly by that. There's a chance that something could have happened, but they said she got the wind knocked out of her. That hit, that shouldn't have knocked the wind out of her.
So I had no idea what Rico was going to say. I was kind of hoping you were going to disagree with me, but that's okay. Clearly, you're highly intelligent, so we can speak from the same point of view here. You make a great point about her court vision, though. I hadn't even thought of that, because here's what I know, because I've been involved in some field rushings, so to speak. Some I liked, some I didn't. Okay, but here's what I knew. I knew if the fans were coming, I needed to have my head on a swivel. That's what I knew. I wasn't just going to blindly run off the field. Okay, first and foremost. Second of all, do you think Caitlin could have avoided her? That was tough for me to tell if she could have avoided her. Now, she could have had way better court vision, to your point, but do you think she could have avoided her?
Yeah, easily. She had more than enough time. Now, I don't know where her eyes were or if her head was down or what she was doing, but she hit her with the spin move after she hit her. Like, she could have spun off of her and been totally fine. Like, to me, it just seemed. I don't know why she would want any attention from this. I don't know why she would purposely run into a fan. I don't think it was on purpose, but I don't think that she was injured or that it was egregious as many other media members have kind of pushed it on to everybody as. Like, she ran into the girl ran into her. They ran into each other. It's not a big deal. She didn't punch her. She didn't kick her. She didn't try to hurt her or anything. She had her phone up trying to join the party for Ohio State, and they ran into each other. This isn't something where, the Purdue coach, when Nebraska beat them here at PBA, was saying, things are going to happen, bad things can happen, and when courts get stormed and the players get trapped and whatever and what have you, the players weren't trapped. The Iowa players weren't caught trying to, find their way out of a crowd of Ohio State players. They were off to the side because you saw, as soon as Caitlin went down, the entire Iowa team was right there. So it's not like they were trying to find their way out of a maze of opposing fans. It just so happened that she collided with somebody, and she apparently got the wind knocked out of her.
Well, here's the other thing I found interesting. Okay, and I don't know this fan. I don't know if she's athletic. I don't know if she's not. But we saw. No. Do you know anything about her?
Didn't seem like she was.
Well, no, it did not. Just from appearances, but she seemed fine. She didn't seem to be hurt in any way, shape, or form. Also, she was the one that accepted the blow when Caitlin extended her hands. So I'm going to assume maybe she's a little bit less athletic, more prone to getting hurt, possibly. She definitely accepted the blow, did not give it, yet Caitlin is the one who was somehow really hurt, okay, or the way she acted, and she had literally had to be helped off the court if you watch that footage. So it's interesting to me because I got all sorts of responses, as you would expect. Now, I do want to, can you see this? Okay. That is Iowa fans storming the court after a big win that I don't know what game this is. This was sent to me from a friend. So it's not like Iowa's never done anything like this, first and foremost. But I wanted to read some of the tweets that I got because they were fun. All right. One more. What's up?
I'm sure you got the best responses.
Oh, they were great. They were great. I actually considered pinning this tweet to the top of my timeline to get more responses, but that means I'd have to take down the Nebraska volleyball one that's there right now, and I don't want to do that. So we'll start nice, and we'll have more fun as we go along. And I'm going to leave names out of this. Okay. I bet I can make you flop, Adam. That was very, very hurtful. I don't know how I recovered. This is a factual assessment of what. Oh, that was a Nebraska fan. This is a factual assessment of what happened. One guy goes, "You're an idiot." That's it. That's the tweet, moron. The next guy goes, "Man, Adam Carriker." Oh, so they started. Nebraska fans were chiming in, and they started accusing me of creating burner accounts. Okay, because I have nothing else to do with my life. Man, Adam Carriker, that's a ton of burner accounts, bro. We got you on this one. Like, all right, one person. Oh, go ahead. What'd you think?
No, that's hilarious.
Was that you? Did you create burner accounts for me, Rico?
I had.
That would have been awesome. All right, let's see. So jealous of her. All right, Carriker following Iowa women's basketball. The domination of Nubs, NUBS Nubs is complete. Okay. And then another person just put an Iowa Hawkeye over the Nebraska state of Nebraska in a picture. There was, you're an utter and complete moron. You're nothing more than a first-round bust. Crawl back in your hole and die. Those are my next three favorites. I wasn't going to keep searching to find them, but I could remember off the top of my head. So anyways, I don't know. I thought that was fun and interesting. Do you ever get anything like that, Rico, when you put stuff out there?
No, I am not that popular. I don't blow up like that quite yet. There was this one guy. It was this one guy that was following me all volleyball season who was making fun of me because I said that a certain player was going to start. She ended up not starting, and the guy would just tweet at me every time I would mention her or the player that started over her. And they're just like, "Oh, get your foam finger out." I go, "What? What are you doing?" I'm very confused by this.
Dude, some people they have no life. They have no life. So I'm not going to say the account's name. okay, because I don't want to give them any shine at all. But they follow me. I don't block them. I will block certain accounts because I'm busy, but I actually find this Iowa account amusing. And they respond to me quite frequently, anything that has to do with Iowa. So, of course, they were the one that kind of started this, and then the Iowa folks chimed in. I don't know. Any final thoughts on the Caitlin Clark thing as a whole, like court storming itself? Should it be banned at this point? Storming the field, should it be banned? What are your thoughts?
I hope that nobody takes it seriously about banning things. I know the SEC was fining schools if their students or if their stadium would storm the field in football, and universities didn't care if they were beating a team that was highly ranked. They were going to do it and pay the fine regardless. I hope this does nothing to take any of that away. I was talking with Austin earlier, and that's what makes college sports so much fun, is that these things happen. This doesn't happen in professional sports. So field stormings, court stormings, these things happen in college, and it adds to the atmosphere, the ambiance, and it's great when it happens. If a lower ranked team beats a higher ranked team, and they're just kind of beating them the entire game. But my favorite court stormings are just the ones with the buzzer beaters. You hit a shot, you beat the team, everybody goes out there, and those are the ones that, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to stop those. If you want to stop the ones where a lower ranked team is beating a higher ranked team throughout the game, couple seconds left, you kind of stop things, have them shake hands, meet, and then get the higher ranked team off the court before anything happens. Sure, I guess you can do that, whatever. But the buzzer beater ones are the ones that's never going to happen, and you're just going to have to accept it. You won't have enough security personnel to stop everyone. Like, I'm just letting you know that right now, for any schools or universities or conferences that want to stop this from happening. Just a random a Tuesday game where Ohio State's playing Iowa, you're not going to have enough security to stop the entire crowd from getting down there. Some people are going to get through, and the rest of the people are going to find the holes in your defense and get through as well.
I'm with you, man. And you make a great point, because you don't get court stormings or field stormings in the NFL. I think the closest thing you get is the on-field celebration, maybe after the AFC-NFC title game or the Super Bowl and the confetti's falling. That's about it. It's unique to college sports, and it's fun. I'm glad that they let NFL players celebrate, because they used to not really let them celebrate that much. To me, it adds to the game. It's fun, as long as we aren't going cuckoo crazy with this. The only thing, and like, I think back to Tennessee when they beat Alabama 2 seasons ago, and then they carried the goalposts like out into the streets. Exactly. That stuff is awesome. Now, there is a thing for player safety. I played with a guy, okay? I don't want to drop his name because I know he didn't enjoy this. Okay, but we're leaving the field. I'm a young guy, I think a freshman. We're leaving the field at Missouri. They beat us for the first time in 18 years, and he ends up punching the fan, okay? Now, the one thing, and I will tell you, he felt unsafe, because he told me that afterwards. Like, he felt unsafe. He's not a jerk. He's a nice guy, but he felt unsafe. He was protecting himself. Now, that's not how the national media treated it. The one thing I would suggest, don't rule these court stormings and field stormings and tearing down the goalposts out, okay? Just try to have more security and get that security to the opposing team and coaches as fast as you can. And then maybe, because every year before every season, we have refs that come talk to us. We have team meetings about what's changed, and we have team meetings about this and that. They have nothing to do with football your first day at camp. Just add in one more of a million team meetings and just educate people. Like, if you're an away team and the other team's fans are storming the court, kind of educate them how to get off the field, or at least come together or find security. Like, I don't think it's that hard to do to make these scenarios a lot safer.
I totally agree with you. Like, I like that. Just get the security. You're not going to stop the people from getting on the court. Get the security to the opposing team. Surround them. Make sure that they're safe. I like that a lot better.
All right, man. We'll take a commercial break. Thanks for joining me, the man behind the scenes, dropping the knowledge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8255